Whiteland will kick off. Thanks so much for tuning in this evening. Chris DeWalt will kick off for the Warriors. Reggie McDonald and Isaiah Hunter are back deep for Perry Meridian, each standing at their own 5-yard line. And we are ready to get underway. DeWalt, line drive kick, picked up by Hunter. Hunter angling near side and brought down at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle there by number 9 for your Warriors there, Ethan Tanner for the Warriors. And good job there, good control there. They're going to start out about the 23-yard line. And if you're Perry, you decide to go from west to east with this field going west to east because you don't have the sun in your eyes.
And a quick chance to meet our Perry Meridian starting lineups this evening. The Falcons up front, a fairly experienced group, not as sizable as the Whiteland side, but still fairly significant up front as Perry takes their opening play. That will be a very short gain. The ball carrier on the play was Aiden Warren.
Yeah, Donovan Plummer, number 55 for Whiteland, just exploded in there and took that away immediately. He read that from the beginning. Great recognition there by Plummer.
Mason Rollman is the quarterback for Perry Meridian. He is a junior. Last week got his first start. And we'll take a look at the Whiteland defense here momentarily. It's 2nd and 6 for the Falcons. McDonald in motion. Ball up the middle. And not a lot of room for Warren on 2nd down. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Dalton Hughes in there on the linebacking core for the Warriors. Read that one and stepped up in there and took that away quickly as well. Good recognition by the Warriors in their first 2 defensive plays there.
A look now at the Warriors' starting defense. Caden Welling had a terrific game last Friday against Franklin. And the secondary led by Ewan Nickum, the 3-year starter. 3rd down. McDonald going to keep, and he's brought down short of the 1st down. Going to bring up 4th down for the Falcons.
Donovan Plummer there again for the Warriors. There, 2 out of 3 first 3 plays. You call his name, and if you're Coach Fisher, you got to be really pleased with this first series defensively.
Interesting wrinkle there. If I saw that correctly, I think McDonald was lined up at quarterback on the play. He kept the football. Whiteland, though, recognized it. And now Aiden Warren, who is the running back, will punt it away for the Falcons. Ewan Nickum back deep for the Warriors. He will punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken. Nickum takes it at his own 38-yard line, and it's our first look at the Warriors' offense.
Yeah, Nickum had a hard time looking in that sun for that one, called the fair catch. Good job by him just pulling it in.
And a chance now to meet the Warriors' offensive starters, led by Ethan Myers, who was also a member of that choir that did a terrific job with our anthem this evening. Max Sullivan had a nice catch a week ago in the seam for Whiteland. Stands about 6'6". And, of course, Chase Valentine, a huge game a week ago as the Warriors take their first snap from the line of scrimmage. Singleton cuts it up the field. Not a lot of room, although he picks up 5 or 6 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, great job there by Singleton. I really thought that had gone to Valentine right up the middle. The deception in that worked really well there and got her on the right side there.
So 2nd and 4 will meet the Perry Meridian defensive starters. Isaiah Harwell, a two-way player, one of 2 folks on that Falcon team who plays both ways. 5 linebacker look for the Falcons as the Warriors have a first down. Coons, the quarterback, kept it.
Yeah.
And there's a look at the secondary for the Falcons.
Impressive line there offensively. Impressive offensive line blocking there by the Warriors. And Coons just took it straight up the middle, got about 8 yards on that play there. Credit to Lucas also Corley for getting the pictures there for the Warrior players in the starting lineup. Lucas, next time I'll expect you to have the little Monday Night Football or something like that, Sunday Night Football, little audio clips of them saying what college they're from, except saying Pleasant Grove or something like that. Not Pleasant Grove, but Pleasant Crossing.
Valentine gets his first carry, a toss play to the near side, picks up 4, going to bring up 2nd and 6.
So all your key guys have now been played had an opportunity to run the ball here between Kuntz, Valentine, and Singleton.
Fisher talked a lot in the pregame about just taking what the defense gives you. Singleton, far side.
Great
looking
read.
for room, has some room.
Horsepower.
First down and more. Loose ball now. Perry says they have it.
How is there not a horse collar? We got a replay on this one.
And Perry Meridian recovers. Singleton, a big run, but then fumbles. And here's another look. Chris, take us through the end of this play.
Yeah, it looks like that he gets pulled from behind by number 18 for Perry Meridian, but it's hard to tell how far it is on the opposite side of the field. But
I will say a really good job by Isaiah Hunter, number 23. You see him reach in there and strip the ball out. So a forced turnover for Perry Meridian.
Yeah, that gets you confidence if you're Coach Cooper and your team here. You hold them right off the bat after a couple big.
McDonald from quarterback coming near side.
Good cut.
Great move to get there. And a nice job by the Whiteland secondary of hanging on there. It looked like he might break the tackle, but Quinn Warwick able to bring McDonald down.
Yeah, Warwick stayed in his lane. He stayed in his area of the field. He was there for it, and he was able to make the tackle real well.
So second and short here for the Falcons. So a couple of times now we have seen McDonald, the receiver, line up at the quarterback position.
On that one there, the offensive line for Perry Meridian dominated.
Now Mason Rollman back in there at quarterback for the Falcons on 2nd and 1. Warren right up the middle. Driving the legs forward. Going to have the first down. Gets across the 45-yard line and taken down by that interior of the Warrior defense.
It just shows how much a turnover can mean psychologically for a team. You don't play well your first series offensively, then you give the ball up to Whiteland. Whiteland comes down. They dominate on a couple of run plays, and they have a turnover on a big run that they have by by Singleton, and the next thing you know, boom, you get the confidence as a result, and you get a couple of big plays over Perry Meridian.
Coming near side, and a short gain on the play. Ronan Hammond, the sophomore, was the ball carrier for the Falcons.
Yeah, Caden Welling did a great job, and the linebacker stepping up there and getting the initial tackle there. Then others kind of came in, the shoestring tackle, a little bit more than that, but just a great read by Welling.
Another look, and that Whiteland defense read the play well. Going to bring up 2nd and 9, 6:45 to play first quarter. We are scoreless. This is Perry's second drive. Whiteland drive number 1 ended in a fumble. Rollman, nice little counter play up the middle for Warren, but goes nowhere. The Whiteland defense read it immediately.
Yeah, that's Plummer again. If you're Perry, just going straight up the middle is not going to work. It's going to have to be on the edges to have any chance, I think, tonight to get some yards. Whiteland staying home really well there, right across that line.
So 3rd and 10. And, Chris, I'm afraid that Reggie McDonald may be dealing with an injury. I see him over here being looked at on the near side by a trainer, the talented senior receiver. Rollman looking to throw under duress. Gets it away, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, Dalton Hills read it, had a great pressure on that situation, and ultimately just got to get it away.
Ryan Ketchum, I believe, was the intended receiver, and now Aiden Warren will be on to punt it away.
Yeah, Roman was just trying to find a spot to get that ball without being an interception there. Did a nice job of kind of throwing high into the sideline.
Warren is the running back, so always the Warriors will have to keep an eye on him when he lines up to punt. Does punt this one away. Nickham will let it go. Out of bounds. And the Warriors will take over at their own 34.
Yeah, good recognition there. Just let that go out all the way up to the 34. So we'll see if the Warriors can redeem themselves after that first one, because offensively they looked good. There was no issues at all. 6 yards here, 8 yards there. Singleton's big run, and then, again, nice job there by Perry Meridian to get it pulled out, strip it.
Second drive here for the Warriors. 5:52 to play first quarter. We are scoreless. Coons in the gun. Handoff, Valentine off right tackle. Gain of 4 on the play.
Even that looked like it was going to be maybe 1 or 2 yards, but it's 4 yards because of how well that right side of that line just blocks for Valentine. And Valentine, as quick as he is, he also was patient for the right guard and the right tackle to get out there as well.
2nd and 6 here for the Warriors. Nice article in the Daily Journal this week about Valentine. Number of interesting tidbits that we'll talk about later in the broadcast. 2nd and 6 here for Whiteland. Crowley in motion, takes the carry, off the right side. Lots of room. Crowley with Falcons chasing him. He may go the 5-yard line, and into the end zone goes Crowley.
Great run there. You got to be happy for Crowley. Just blew it around that right side. And you look at the Perry Meridian bench now. That big play after getting the strip a couple series ago, but now all like that boom. 6-0.
Crowley, the sophomore, went in motion, took it off the right side, and saw a whole lot of green turf in front of him. Raced down the right sideline. Whiteland leads it 6-0. DeWalt now on to try the PAT. On its way. And good, and Whiteland leads it 7-0 early. Chris, here another look. Crowley, when he broke to the outside, Jawan Dale was out there, and Crowley just outran him.
Yeah, he did. And we kind of talked last week about Coach Fisher, about 8 minutes left, took most of his starters out and got the second group in there to get some opportunities. And, again, those are those kind of things. You get a little bit here, you get a little bit there. By week 8, 9, 10, it makes a difference to get the sectionals, your depth.
One thing I'm noticing is, we get it too deep for both teams coming into the game that shows the starting lineups and the backups. For Perry Meridian, I'm noticing a lot of guys in different positions that are listed on the too deep. You get the feeling that Cooper just looking for the right combination.
First year, you're trying to fill it out again, that lost time, and just trying to figure out the guys supposedly where they played before. Very different maybe than when you want to play in your system. And you lost a lot of time. Even if it's not on the field, you still lost a lot of time this summer in particular.
McDonald will remain on the sideline here for the Falcons. Whiteland to kick off. They lead 7-0. End over end kick. Taken from the 4. Isaiah Hunter with the ball. And taken down right at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, great job there by the Warriors reading that. I thought it was a great kick.
So Perry Meridian's offense will come back out onto the field. They'll be without Reggie McDonald here, at least to start the drive. He's getting an ankle taped on the sideline. We certainly hope he is okay, a terrifically talented player for this Falcon team.
Yeah, he's someone they definitely need to have an opportunity to, no matter what the score of this game, just to, again, develop some of that chemistry they need to carry over to continue the season. But they're going to have a chance tonight. He has to be out there.
1st and 10 here for Perry. Rollman under center. Ball carrier right up the middle, and a short gain for Aiden Warren.
Lenario Greer, number 50, in there for your Warriors. I just love how hard he works in that left side of that defensive line for the Warriors.
2nd down and 9 here for the Falcons. The Perry offense looks over to the sideline between each play, takes the signal from their coaching staff.
Reminds me of IU under Kevin Wilson.
Up the middle, and a short gain for the Falcons. I believe that was Aiden Warren once again on the carry.
Donovan Plummer, once again, he's reading those things and sniffing it out so quick. Didn't even have a chance to get to the line.
So 3rd and long, and Rollman will come off the field. McDonald will go back out there at quarterback. So McDonald's been dealing with an injury.
Oh,
And it's going to be a false start on the Falcons.
Yeah, multiple guys in movement, illegal procedure here, false start combination.
Interesting wrinkle here for Perry, having McDonald play quarterback. I like the idea for the Falcons. It's something different. You get it into your best playmaker's hands right from the snap and let him try to make a play.
Yeah, he's got that speed to turn that corner. And against this Warrior defense, it's going to have to be on the outsides.
3rd and long after the penalty. Handoff for Warren. Tries to cut it up the field. Does, but he is taken down well short of the first down marker here for the Falcons.
Yeah, Caden Welling, again, just sniffed that out. I've used that word sniffed a lot tonight already in this first quarter. But they're just doing a great job. There's nothing right up the middle. And to me, I question that call offensively against this line.
McDonald still hobbling some as he comes off the field. Aiden Warren will stay on to punt it away. This will be Warren's 3rd punt of the evening.
Horrible.
Angling towards the near side. Takes a Perry bounce.
Did.
And out of bounds at about the Whiteland 44.
Yeah, what was a bad punt got the bounce, and it definitely helped improve that situation there. And again, another advantage you have here, Perry, is for Whiteland, you're returning to the sun.
2:47 to go here, first quarter. Whiteland leading 7-0. Whiteland Warrior football on the Warrior Beat Sports Network is brought to you by Johnson County Axe Throwing. Located just 4 minutes north of Whiteland Community High School on US 31, Johnson County Axe Throwing is safe and fun for the whole family. Join them for your next party or join one of their seasonal leagues. For more information or to make a reservation, call 317-809-7401 today. Singleton on the far side. Johnson County Axe Throwing, proud sponsor of the Warrior Beat Sports Network. And just like that, the Whiteland offense picking up yards here on the first play of the drive.
You know, if I was to scout one thing on Whiteland, thinking back to this game in Franklin last week, they run so dominant to the middle and to the right side of the field. I'm curious on what they can do to the left side of the field. It just seems like all the big plays last week and this week have been middle or right.
Look for Whiteland to try a pass attempt here shortly. They've got the run game going. This one will go to Valentine, coming near side.
Here we
Valentine breaks the tackle. Valentine being chased and knocked out of bounds at the 25.
Yeah, Valentine, again, very patient. It almost looked like he was in cruise control, just reading his blocks up in front of him, and then kind of just sniffed here 5 yards here, 5 additional yards. The next thing you know, he's down to the 24-yard line.
And look at the hole here for Valentine. He broke one tackle, and then it was off to the races. He was knocked out of bounds about the 25. Going to be a first down, Whiteland.
And to the left side of the field. So
you called it.
That's not a call on this. I didn't recognize it correctly, but I do think majority is middle and right.
Crowley, the sophomore, had the early touchdown, has room this time as well. Going to be taken down inside the 5-yard line. Crowley looking good tonight with the ball in his hands.
Just the difference between what Perry's been able to do and what Whiteland's been able to do just really comes down to the offensive line and how well those right tackle, left tackle guys have been able to seal those sides and open up the lanes there for the running backs. And Whiteland's just done a great job of just reading it and then turning the corner.
Final minute of the first quarter. Whiteland in the red zone. They lead it 7-0. Valentine off tackle. Going to be close to the goal line. Did he get in?
Not yet.
Not quite.
Nope.
Going to bring up 2nd and goal for Whiteland.
We need a goal line cam here, Lucas Corley.
So 2nd down for Whiteland, just inches away from the goal line. See if Coons will keep it himself here.
That's what I was thinking.
He does. Coons driving forward. Touchdown, Whiteland. Coons on the quarterback sneak, and Whiteland goes up 13-0.
Yeah, Coons, big, strong kid, as well as the reality. You got that offensive line. You don't need very much. Just use them, push straight forward, and get the touchdown. Good play call.
DeWalt on to try the point after. Whiteland 3 drives. They fumbled on the first and now have touchdowns on drive 2 and drive 3. Extra point up and good. And as we close in here on the final 25 seconds of the first quarter, Whiteland leads it 14-0.
Yeah, great start here in this first quarter for the Warriors. I mean, they've come out, they've set the tone, except for the turnover they had there on their first series. The reality is their defense has stepped up, except for 2 plays that Perry's had. They've done a great job of sniffing everything out defensively, and offensively they've read their blocks and they've taken advantage of it in the running game.
Falcons kickoff return team onto the field. This time it'll be Aiden Warren back deep with Hunter. So Reggie McDonald still on the sideline. He is on the far left side of the Falcon team, just moving back and forth, trying to get some blood flow to that injured lower leg. And again, certainly hope he is okay. I think he's someone that you'll see play college football somewhere. I'm not sure what level, but Reggie really a guy who's made a lot of big plays in his career for Perry Meridian.
So athletic. He's got the speed. He may not have the size, but yeah, you're right. He's going to get something somewhere for sure.
DeWalt on to kick it away.
Sorry, I was going to say something like a Franklin College is a good possibility.
This will be Hunter from the 15. Finds trouble, tries to spin away, fumbles it. I think Perry got it back. And they did a heads-up play there by the Falcons.
Yeah, Jacob Griffith got in there and knocked that ball away for the Warriors and just couldn't get it recovered there. But nice job by Perry to be able to recover.
Ryan Ketchum was the Falcon player who was able to jump on top of it. Good awareness on his part. 1st and 10 here for the Falcons. Hammond.
There you go.
Good run here off right tackle.
Quinn Warwick in there in the tackle for the Warriors, and a little more patience there. Nice job blocking there between the center and the right guard. Next thing you know, a couple positive yards for Perry.
Gain of 8 on the play there for Perry Meridian, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, it is Whiteland 14, Perry Meridian nothing. We'll take a break and be back for the second quarter. This is Whiteland Warrior football on the Warrior Beat Sports Network. And we are back here from Whiteland preparing for the second quarter of play. Perry Meridian ball. The Falcons, not a lot of offensive success in that first quarter. They did have a nice first down play just before the conclusion of the first quarter.
Yeah, 2nd and short for him. Something we haven't said very much for Perry so far. And it's just the methodical offense there for Whiteland tonight in that first quarter really dictated the entire quarter.
Rollman under center. Hands to Hammond. Short gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd and short here for the Falcons.
Yeah, Welling came from that left cornerback position there and got in there and sniffed it out. It almost looks like for Perry they're still trying to get their comfort zone and their chemistry together, and their timing isn't quite right. I don't know if that's because Whiteland's just blowing it up on the line, or if it's just a chemistry and a timing situation still. They were actually working on their plays before the game.
Up the middle for Perry Meridian. And some action late in the play there. Going to be close. I think they gave him the first down on forward motion there for Perry Meridian.
And they deserve it. They kept working. They didn't stop. They thought the whistle was going to be blown. They kept going until the whistle officially was blown.
On the season, Perry throws it about 40% of the time. We have not seen many passing attempts thus far for Perry Meridian. Going to be 1st and 10 here.
Sorry, I'm talking about that. I mean, one of the weaknesses for Whiteland may be their defense in the passing game in the secondary.
Hammond coming near side. Hit hard. Nickham now joins the party. And a gain of 2 or 3 there for Perry. Brings up 2nd and 8 early in the second quarter.
This may be one of those situations where you look to pass on this play.
Second and 8 for Perry. Movement. No flag. One of the stories here early on, Reggie McDonald dealing with an injury. He is not on the field right now for Perry. And they'll throw. Rollman under pressure and just throws it away. Had nowhere to go with it and was being chased down also.
Good pressure there by Whiteland, and he almost didn't get that back to the offense to the line of scrimmage.
Dalton Hughes, the sophomore, 37. You see him immediately break through the attempted block there, and going to bring up 3rd and 8 here for Perry Meridian.
Yeah, Hughes and Plummer have been game changers in the defense for Whiteland so far tonight.
Hammond, off right tackle, nowhere to go, and brought down immediately by Caden Welling in that Whiteland defense.
There was no one there on the line for Perry Meridian in that play. I mean, Whiteland blew that up, and it's almost their line went to the left and he went to the right. I'm trying to be nice.
4th down here for Perry Meridian. Aiden Warren will punt it away. Ewan Nickham is back deep here for the Warriors.
4th punt?
I believe so. This one coming near side, sails out of bounds. And Whiteland going to take over on their own 43 or so. Now they back up. It's going to be the 38, it looks like.
And Whiteland's also had great field position, nothing deep to start any of these series because of the punt game.
Whiteland in the first quarter, their first possession ended in a fumble. Then 2 straight touchdown drives, mostly on the ground. In fact, I think all on the ground. And now Whiteland gets their first offensive look of the second quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 38. Singleton, the man in motion. He'll take it off left side. Has some room. Breaks one tackle. Jawan Dale takes him down at midfield, but it's a 1st down for Whiteland.
Yeah, nice job there. Not getting that offensive line, kind of helped get the space there, let him turn the corner, and then it just became one-on-one.
Number of different offensive weapons for Whiteland, and you've seen a lot of them on display here in the first half.
You haven't seen the passing game yet. Is this one of these situations you've set it up enough that you got the sun behind your backs now, so now you can let's go down the field.
Handoff, Valentine. Valentine cut it back across the field, ended up on the left hash, and a gain of 7 or 8 on the play brings up 2nd and 2 here for Whiteland.
You're talking about the article about Valentine earlier this week by Ryan O'Leary in the Daily Journal, and 500 yards last year. Total his junior year, he's got 500 plus yards already going into week 5 this year.
2nd and 2 here for Whiteland. Gonna throw. DeBon with the catch. 1st down. Breaks the initial tackle. DeBon racing down the right side. Breaks one tackle, and they say he stepped down.
No.
They'll call him out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Nice job there by DeBon down the right sideline, and we'll see if we have replay of that to see whether it looks like DeBon did or did not step out of bounds. Let's take another look.
Nice little flat pattern to the right side. Curls, turns to his right. If he did, it was just barely.
Here it comes.
Nope. Baby right there, that left heel. Oh, right there in the right heel did. Yep. The 11-yard line, that's what they called, right? Good job by the officials.
Valentine off left tackle, has room, spinning his way near the goal line and brought down on about the 2-yard line.
I think the word I used for Valentine last week, and that play represents it. Just slithers his way through there. He finds, he twists, he spins, but his eyes are always looking straight down on where his end goal is, and that end goal is obviously to get across that into the end zone, but ultimately a little short, but a great, he just runs with a purpose.
Fisher said he runs through the smoke.
Runs through the smoke. It's a fair way to say it.
Second down here for the Warriors. Valentine on the pitch play.
He's got it.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors.
Well deserved.
Valentine had an unbelievable game a week ago, and tonight it's really been a balanced effort for these Warriors, who now lead 20-0, 7:05 to play in the second quarter. DeWalt on to try the point after. On the way, and good, and Whiteland leads it 21-0, 7:05 to play here, second quarter.
You know, you look at this game and you think about Perry Meridian, a program that in the last few years has got a new stadium. It's probably, 5 years ago now, and 6A in football, so it's one of those teams that I think they're in the Center Grove sectional in 6A, and the reality is, again, we talked about how that's going to be Whiteland here in a couple of years being a small 6A school, but this mid-state conference is a great conference for them, that if Brett Cooper can get the team playing like he wants them to in the big picture of things, to kind of help them throughout this year and develop the confidence, or in a year develop the confidence they need to be successful to carry over into the tournament. But it's also, Perry Meridian's also a great school when it comes to the different sports they play, and wrestling being a huge one for that school.
And speaking of wrestling for the Falcons, Aiden Warren, who's back deep here, a terrific wrestler, finished third in the state last year. I believe he was at the 182-pound weight class. DeWalt kicks it away. This will be Warren from his own 9, looking into the sun. Warren looking for room. And going to be stopped at about the 16-yard line, so not great field position here for Perry Meridian. Credit DeWalt with a really nice kickoff there.
Yeah, that's a great kickoff. They're having a hard time seeing the ball come down, and then Lenario Greer just came down there and wrapped him up immediately. Like I said, I like what Greer does there in that line, as well as his overall game, no matter if it's special teams or on defense.
The Falcons back out on offense. It's been mainly a running attack here in the first half for Perry. Reggie McDonald, the leading receiver for Perry, still on the sideline battling a lower leg injury. Rollman, the junior quarterback, hands off. Warren finds a little bit of room.
Nice run
up the center of the field, and about an 8-yard gain there for Perry.
Yeah, the Warriors were trying to strip the ball versus tackle in that situation. They just wrapped around and were holding on versus trying to take him down. Looked like my son trying to tackle.
2nd and 4 here for the Falcons. .6:25 to play, second quarter. Warren once again, and not much gained on the play.
37, Dalton Hughes was like literally standing there waiting for him and said, "Come to me," and they did. And he just read that as the handoff was going there, and he was right there to stop that. Called his name at least 5 times already tonight, just like Plummer.
3rd and 3 here for Perry Meridian.
Perry wants his first down, use some of this additional time, try to get some positive yards here, get something positive going on halftime.
Hand off to Warren. Warren diving forward. I don't think he's going to have enough for the first down.
No, he's going to be short, and Mr. Plummer, Donovan Plummer there to help break that up.
Looks like Perry may go for this here. 4th and 1.
You got no reason not to be honest with you. That's a good call by Coach Cooper.
Whiteland packing it in the middle of the field here, looking for a potential quarterback sneak.
Yeah, quarterback sneak or a pitch. I go with a sneak. And you just get the false start and Lose 5 yards. Some of the Perry fans are not exactly thrilled with the execution.
So it goes from 4th and 1 to 4th and 6, and now I think Perry will punt it away.
And we'll talk about the mindset of your Coach Cooper going into halftime here a little bit later, hopefully Morgan, on trying to, what you tell your guys at halftime in this kind of situation. You're down 0-4 in the season and struggling here in Game 5.
Warren on to punt. 4:45 to go, second quarter. Whiteland again came close to blocking it. High spiraling punt. Takes a Whiteland bounce and then is immediately downed. And Whiteland will take over on their own 46.
Is it just me, Morgan? Does it look like that long snap kind of floats when it comes out? It's not a crisp, quick snap. It takes a while to get there, and that pressure by Whiteland has had a couple of chances to get a block. They're going to get it tonight if it keeps up like that.
4:34 to go, second quarter. Whiteland Warrior football on the Warrior Beat Sports Network is brought to you by Johnson County Axe Throwing, located just 4 minutes north of Whiteland Community High School on US 31. Johnson County Axe Throwing is safe and fun for the whole family. Join them for your next party or join one of their seasonal leagues. Here goes Valentine to the far side, pushed out of bounds.
But that's an impressive run by Valentine because it was 1-on-3, had no blockers out there at all, and he still was able to get a juke just off the sideline there and still get 4 yards.
For more information or to make a reservation, call 317-809-7401 today. Johnson County Axe Throwing, proud sponsor of the Warrior Beat Sports Network. Whiteland now 2nd and 6 as they move into Falcon territory. Coons shifts under center. Handoff Valentine. Driving off the left side, gain of 4, going to bring up 3rd and short.
I think this is 2-down territory if you're Coach Fisher here. There's no reason to, this is one of these plays I could see him kind of airing it out in the flat or in a slant pattern to Sullivan. You're going to go for it on 4th down here. You're not going to punt it here. You're not going to kick a field goal from here.
3rd and 1 for Whiteland. Coons will keep. Drives up the middle, and that's going to be good enough for a first down for Whiteland.
That works really well as well.
Again, we talked about it last week. Coons really has the knack for that quarterback sneak.
He does. He's got the leg strength, and he's also got that. He finds that crease, and he gets in there and doesn't just get a half yard. He usually gets 2-3 yards, it seems like. It's also good when you have a strong offensive line in front of you. Down to 3:30 here. Whiteland's going to use all this clock they can.
Shift to the right side here for the Warriors. Coons to throw. Has DeBon wide open. DeBon at the 10. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Warriors.
Yeah, DeBon actually had to wait for that pass to get there from Coons. But if you watch this on the replay here, this is just great execution. He gets past behind the defense, and he just waits for it. It floats right in his arms and runs it in for a touchdown reception.
3:14 to go in the second quarter. Whiteland leads 27-0. DeWalt on to try the PAT. Kick is up, and it is good. Whiteland leads it 28-0, 3:14 to play here in the second quarter. Chris, one of the questions we talked about last week is when will Whiteland look to get Sullivan and DeBon more into the game? Sullivan had a big catch a week ago, and DeBon's had a couple of catches here tonight, including that one, a nice touchdown grab.
You know, they don't get thrown to a lot, as we talked about. When they do, they're successful, and they pick their moments, and when they do have those opportunities, they make it pay off typically. And again, that was just one chance. Coons has a strong arm. That was actually kind of a little softer pass there. That was kind of behind him. He had to wait on. DeBon did, as I mentioned a minute ago. But when they pick those spots to throw the ball, they've been very successful these last couple of weeks.
Whiteland throws it about 10% of the time, but they have been awfully effective last week and then here again tonight. Fisher talked about in the pregame interview how they run the ball to move the chains and how they throw the ball to score, and they that rang true on that last drive for the Warriors, who now lead 28-0.
Well, you have to worry so much about Valentine and Singleton in particular that they're you can't stop that.
Taken from about the 15 here for Perry, and a hard hit by Whiteland.
Yeah, Daniel Adams, number 43, great job coming down, wrapped him up, and just took him straight down. It looked like there might be an opportunity there to get a couple more additional yards, but Adams prevented that from happening.
Jeremiah Gonzalez was the return man there for Perry. And Franklin takes over, or excuse me, Perry Meridian takes over at their own 18. Whiteland leading here 28-0, 3:09 to play in the first half. Pitch play coming near side. And very little gain on the play there for Perry.
Yeah, Ardith Maldonado and an Attaco among others for Whiteland on that play. Perry fans getting a little upset, feeling like they should be throwing the ball a few times here, but when you don't have your number one guy out there, McDonald, literally number one out there, he's struggling tonight, that kind of impacts your offense as a whole, but Perry fans are getting upset.
And movement up front, I think that one will go against Whiteland.
Yeah, it'll go against Whiteland, and again, if you're Perry, you're trying to build something off, you still got 2.5 minutes here left in the half to try to score and just get something positive going into halftime. Right now you're playing against yourself. You're not playing against Whiteland. That's what I want to talk about and get a chance later on if you're Coach Cooper. How does he present this to his team?
2:30 now to play here in the second quarter. Warren, a little bit of room up the middle. Trying to move the pile forward. And going to bring up third down. Third and short.
Yeah, Warren,
and Whiteland takes a timeout.
Sorry, Morgan. It looked like Warren had that there, and it closed out pretty quick there, but it's a speed thing. I mean, Whiteland's just quicker off the snap and reading everything really well.
Continue to watch Reggie McDonald over here. Now he's on the track here for Perry on the near side, just walking back and forth, trying to get that ankle loosened up a little bit. It looks like he's going to give it a go here at some point, but you hate to see that for Perry. He's a really talented kid, and Perry certainly needs him on the offensive side of the ball especially.
They do need him on the offensive side of the ball, and if they can just somehow keep that ankle loose going into halftime, get him some therapy as well, but keep that thing loose, don't let it swell up too much going to out of halftime would be great. I am kind of surprised Coach Cooper hasn't thrown the ball. You see, they talk about throw it 40% of the time. Why not now? At least mix it up a little bit.
Third and short here for Perry. Rollman hands to Warren. Warren driving forward, has the Perry Meridian first down.
The reality is, though, if you're going to try to score, you're going to have to get more than 3 or 4 yards with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in that half. So you're going to have to either get a big play on the ground game, or you're going to be able to open it up and pass it here once or twice and get some positive yards, 10, 15 yards periodically.
First and 10 here for the Falcons. Fumble on the snap. Rollman tried to get back on it. I think he did.
Plummer right there, though.
Loss of a half a yard or so for Perry Meridian. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Plummer, 6'1", 248-pound senior.
.120 to play here, second quarter. Handoff goes to Hammond. Hammond off right tackle. Breaks one tackle. Driving forward. Now the Warriors pushing him back. And going to go down as a gain of 3 or 4 there for Perry Meridian.
Not really sure what the intent is of your Perry Meridian right now. I mean, you're looking at the big picture. You're not looking just strictly in this game, but use these situations to develop possible situations or success before you down later in the year. and next year.
Timeout on the field. Coach Fisher and Whiteland takes it. 1:08 to play. Believe that was the second timeout for Whiteland, so they'll have one left.
I don't know if that makes any sense what I was saying, Morgan. I kind of used the same words multiple times there, but what I'm trying to get across is that if you're Perry Meridian here and you're Coach Cooper, to me, you're using this opportunity to work on not just psychologically, but also work on your offense, work on your passing game. Look at the opportunity to develop some rhythm there and then use that to carry over into halftime and talk about situations, because you use that expression, you're playing against yourself. Well, they are. And this is an opportunity for them to kind of work on, see what they've got. At 3-4 yards with 2:10 when you started, it isn't doing a lot.
3rd and 7 for Perry Meridian. Rollman looking to throw, gets to Warren, and Warren going to be dropped for a loss here.
Guess who? Donovan Plummer.
Plummer once again, and Whiteland will take a quick timeout.
Yeah, Dalton Hughes just blew off, though. And again, getting that pressure there in the backfield and forcing the quick pass, and Plummer there to help finish it up.
So Hughes applied the pressure. Plummer made the tackle. It'll go as a completed pass there to Warren. Brings up 4th and long here for Perry Meridian. 58 seconds to go in the half. And Fisher has now used all of his timeouts for Whiteland, but they will have a chance here in the final minute of the first half.
And if you're a Perry fan, you're going, why are you calling timeouts? You're up 28-0, and you're going to get the ball back with 50 seconds, give or take. To me, if you're Whiteland, you're working about end-of-half game situations where you're trying to use that clock, save that clock, and work on that situation that may be important for you in another game later on this year. So you have to do this. You're not looking to score. Now, if you did this in the second half, at any time, it's a whole different situation. This is a game-like situation that may help you down the road when it counts.
Ewan Nickham back deep for Whiteland. Aiden Warren to punt it away here for the Falcons. 58 seconds to play in the second quarter. Good snap this time.
Yeah, good snap.
Nickham bobbles, picks it up, and immediately goes down on the 30. Wise play there by Nickham to make sure that you can secure the football.
Clock on about extra 8 seconds off there, actually 6 seconds off the clock there. I think that's because they started it late, because it started at 58, it's only at 53, so that was definitely more than 5 seconds. So if you're Coach Fisher here, the reality is, what are you going to do here? I don't think you have to look to pass on a couple of plays here. I think you can look for the big hit. The key thing is, you get out of bounds or you get the first down and get lined up quickly.
See if the Warriors may look for their big tight end here as well. Number 1, Max Sullivan.
If I'm Perry, I back up about 5 yards and cover the areas.
Far side, Murray spins off the first tackle.
Okay, we'll see how he's going to play it based on that. Are they going to hurry up here? They are hurrying up here. Okay, they're going for it.
40 seconds to go in the half. Whiteland gets back lined up. Coons, hand off to Valentine. Valentine cuts it up the field. He's got room.
He's gone.
Jawan Dale chasing. And credit Jawan Dale. Nice hustle on the play by Dale, who knocked Valentine out of bounds at about the 15.
Yeah, great job by Jawan Dale not giving up on that play and getting out there and pushing him out, because as I screamed he was gone, I thought he was. And Jawan Dale comes up from the center of the field over to the right sideline and takes him out. Great hustle, great play. So now you got 26 seconds left here. You have all kinds of options. You don't have any timeouts here, but again, you can run a crossing route here. You can run it up the middle. They did a good job of getting up to that line and getting that second play quickly.
Red zone opportunity for Whiteland. Coon's going to throw into the end zone and broken up. Nice job by Dale, who came over and knocked it away from Jakari Oliver, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that was a risky play. You went one against 3 there. Oliver was looking for it, but so were 3 guys for Perry Meridian there. Not exactly a choice to make. So you're 22 seconds left here. Second down, still plenty of time. The thing is that you can't go for the field goal if you put the ball on the ground here unless you get the first down. And you're so close to the end zone goal line situation here that I think you got to pass.
Coons from the gun. Will keep it. Right up the middle, driving forward, and he may have gotten the first down.
Yeah, you get the first down there. The clock's still going, though. It's 12 seconds. Get lined up here. I go quarterback keeper. Keep it. Just blow it up. Now spike it.
Coons will spike it. 6.6 seconds remaining. And now it's going to bring up fourth down. So Whiteland can try the field goal, or they may go for it here on the 5-yard line. And now, okay, so they gave him the first down. So it's going to be second and goal now officially.
Perry Meridian called the timeout, which seems odd that Perry Meridian will call that timeout when you're on fourth down.
Well, Perry was trying to substitute there late in the drive and couldn't find an opportunity to get who they wanted on the field. So they'll take the timeout. 6.6 seconds remaining in the half. Whiteland leads 28-0. They're looking for one more score here before halftime. Chris, you bring up a really good point. That was a really good opportunity for this Whiteland offense to practice a situation that they might need later in the year where you don't have any timeouts. You're low on time either at the end of a half or a game. And Whiteland has executed really well a situation, again, they may need later in the year.
You're right. They have executed it well, and you don't get many opportunities during the year to do this situation. You only have, 10 games in a season, but counting sectional, and the reality is you've got to have opportunities. It's not the same as doing it in practice. Great job by Coons there also spiking that ball to stop the clock.
Whiteland lining back up. They will run an offensive play here as opposed to trying the field goal.
Sullivan. He's out to the right.
Coons going to throw. Has Valentine.
Valentine.
Floats it up. Valentine with the catch and the touchdown.
Sorry, I was talking. You're doing your play-by-play, but it's just you could tell it was developing, and you could just tell it was coming there. Great patience by Coons, not pushing the ball too quick out there, and letting Valentine get himself turned around and wide open there on the left side. Let's watch this.
Kind of a finesse play there. Coons had to work to get the ball around the Perry Meridian defender, and Valentine had to sort of contort his body back to make the catch, and then was able to walk into the end zone. DeWalt for the extra point. It is up and good, and with 1 second left in the half, Whiteland leads it now 35-0.
Yeah, let's watch this replay here. Nice job by Coons. Valentine floats out to the left there, just turns his body, pulls it right in. The biggest thing that I'm impressed with is Coons didn't make it it wasn't a rocket pass. It was a nice, soft, I want to say floater, but it had enough oomph on to get it out there, but it wasn't so hard that it was difficult for Valentine to pull it in. So great job there on that play. And, again, that's something that may come down the road they're going to need, and they've been through that experience now in a real game.
It was interesting watching the replay. It looked almost as if Jeff McClure, the defender there on the outside for Perry, had a decision to make between going for the quarterback or trying to cover Valentine out there. And to be honest, he might have been wrong either way he went. Coons might have kept it had McClure gone with Valentine. He went after the quarterback, and Coons found a way to get it around him. Valentine made the catch and then stepped into the end zone.
Was the extra point not good? Because we put 35. They've kept it at 34 up there.
Scoreboard is showing 34. I thought I saw the official signal that it was good, but maybe I missed that.
Yeah, I heard the whistles in the air. I thought I could have sworn they signaled the extra point.
DeWalt, pooch kick.
Most predictable play of the game right there.
Picked up in the middle of the field. Clock started late, but now it does run. Whiteland makes the tackle, and that will lead us to halftime. They do announce it as 34-0, so that last extra point must have been missed there for Whiteland. So after 2 quarters of play, Whiteland leads it 34-0. Perry Meridian has an injured player on the field. We will check on that when we come back. First, though, a break. We'll come back with our halftime show. This is Whiteland Warrior Football on the Warrior Beat Sports Network. Again, we do expect a running clock here in this second half of play. For Perry Meridian, Nestor Gomez, the senior, will kick it off. believe that is DeBaun and Crowley back deep for Whiteland. And we are set here for third quarter action. Gomez to kick off for the Falcons. Angling coming to the near side. And a strong return here for the Warriors. Still on his feet, out to about the 43-yard line. That is Jacob Griffith on the return there for the Warriors.
Yeah, Perry tried to come in and strip that ball. Griffith was able to hold on to that ball. I thought it was going to get stripped there about the 40-yard line. But again, Whiteland's going to start midfield almost, and that's what it's been their living tonight. Usually it's been off punts, but tonight it's off the return. So good job by Griffith.
The Warrior offense will take the field, and looks to be a mixture of starters and second-team players here for the Warriors.
Yeah, Cody Ashley's in at quarterback for Whiteland.
1st and 10, Whiteland. First play from scrimmage of the second half. Whiteland throwing. That's Griffith, who had the kickoff return across midfield. Spun down and going to be close to a first down. I think they're going to give him the first by where they have it spotted.
Yeah, nice little pass there by Ashley. The senior, great opportunity for him to get out there and get some additional time here. And again, you just never know. You're one play away. You've heard that expression a zillion times, but you literally are one play away from having to go out there and step up.
1st and 10 here for Whiteland. Many of the second teamers getting some action. Crowley, who had the big touchdown in the first half, has some room again, driving forward. And right at the first down marker.
Yeah, Crowley comes from left to the right on the jet sweep. And then he reads it and comes back to the middle of the field and starts to come back to his right. Lots of real estate there for 9 yards, but it is 9 yards on the first down play.
2nd and 1 for Whiteland. Emberton in the backfield now at tailback. Oliver at fullback. Up the middle, Emberton showing some nice quickness, has the first down.
Yeah, the offensive line just pushing up and giving 3-4 yards, and how quick Emberton was able to use his feet there. I mean, he just exploded. We said that a lot with Valentine as well, but that's just a great read.
John Arena, the tackle there for Perry. 1st and 10, Whiteland. 9:30 to play, third quarter. Crowley in motion. Pitch play for Oliver. Oliver far side, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
Yeah, go down.
3-yard gain for Oliver. He's a sophomore. I've been really impressed with him here in the first part of this season. He has had some limited action, but each time he's gotten the carry, he has shown you his strength and power, and I'd like to see him get some more carries here in the second half.
Yeah, he's got some finesse for being a bigger guy up there, Jakari. But also, don't forget they threw it to him. They tried to throw it to him in the crossing pattern there in the end zone there in that first half.
2nd and 5 for Whiteland. Ball sits at the Perry Meridian 31. Up the middle, Emberton brought down immediately. Gain of 1 or so on the play.
Yeah, third down coming up for Whiteland here. And great job by. I'm trying to find the guy. David Shimp. Sorry, David Shimp for Perry Meridian did a great job of reading that in there and blowing that up immediately for Perry. But third down, something we haven't said a lot tonight, and 3rd and 4 is kind of like 3rd and long for Whiteland tonight.
3rd and 3 here for Whiteland. Crowley in motion. Pass coming near side. Too tall for Griffith, and it's going to be 4th down. Would be a long field goal if they want to try it, or they may decide to go for it here on 4th and 3.
Yeah, I don't think he would have got the first down even if he had caught that. In that situation, I also think it was kind of a risky pass, to be candid with you, if it is thrown down a little lower. But 4th and 3 here, I don't know. Field goal's too far probably, but 35-0.
Handoff, going to have a first down.
Yeah. Nice job there.
And this is a Valentine, but not Chase Valentine.
I would presume younger brother.
Canyon Valentine, a junior. I would also presume the younger brother of Chase. And Whiteland just with a whole stable of backs. They've been on display here tonight. First down for Whiteland.
Chase is about 20 pounds heavier, but they're the exact same height. That's that junior versus senior opportunity in the weight room.
Pitch play. Emberton cuts it back. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 on the play.
Yeah, Emberton's been busy in this drive.
We also learned about Chase Valentine this week in the Daily Journal article, how he spent some time working out in the offseason with Ethan Myers, the big offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
And Myers just talked about, really raved about how hard Valentine had worked in the offseason and how he thought that was a big part of his success in this, his senior year. Up the middle, Emberton has room. The 5. Great cutback move, and Emberton in for the Whiteland touchdown.
Yeah, Emberton just put the rockets on, went straight at the middle, and we'll have to watch the replay here. I don't know if he was even touched.
5:55 to play third quarter. Whiteland now leads at 41-0.
We need some hot chocolate up here.
I'm grateful to be in the press box, but still a chilly night. I'm rethinking that decision to take the windows out here in the press box.
Yeah, next game I think they'll be in there at least cracked or something, but still love the You'll just put a fire pit in here. You think we'll be okay, wouldn't you?
41-0. Extra point is good. Make it 42-0. And again, it's a running clock, so we're at 5:45 or so when the score happened. The clock will continue to run because of the score, and now Perry Meridian will get it back on offense. And one of the things I've noticed here, Chris, I think Reggie McDonald is now in street clothes for the Falcons, so I don't think he's going to be back in this game, and I really hope that he's okay. Again, a tremendous athlete, and this in his senior season. I know he's trying to turn this into a college scholarship, so hopefully this is just a situation where that ankle tightened up and they'll be able to get him back next week.
Well, this kind of weather and stuff like that, just getting colder, that impacts your muscles a little bit. And I have a feeling this is like a 14-13 game, 21-17 kind of situation right now. He's probably out there. They figure out a way. But in this situation, he probably wants to be out there, but from the bigger picture for the rest of the year and for him long-term, probably not as critical. Running clock.
DeWalt on to kick it off. He's had a busy night. Hunter back deep here for Perry Meridian. High end over end kick taken at the 5. And a hard collision there. Tackle on the play. Caden Welling came down. He knows he's not going to get many snaps on the defensive side, but boy, he used that kickoff coverage opportunity there.
Yeah, that was pretty.
And just taking a quick glance here, it looks like mainly starters here. A few second teamers mixed in with the starters for this Whiteland defense, it appears.
Yeah, it looks like Perry's staying with their starters for the most part, as much as you can.
Shotgun here for Rolling, coming off the left side, trying to drive forward. Great effort there by Rolling. Max Sullivan wrapped him up, but the quarterback kept driving forward, and it turned out to be a gain of 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Plummer's still out there. Number 55. Greer's still out there. Dalton Hughes does not appear to be out there, the linebacker.
Rollman from the gun, this time running to his right. Flags
flag.
fly. Rollman still driving forward. And Coach Cooper talked about in the pregame interview how Rollman was a little better runner than the original starting quarterback on the year, and that was part of the reason why they wanted to give him a try. And the flag is against Whiteland.
Yeah, it's a face mask there on Whiteland in that situation. I think they had one or two of those last week also against Franklin. Again, little things that you can get away with here 42-0, but you don't want to keep drives alive. This is a 21-17, 21 tie game or something like that. I mean, it makes a difference in those situations, and you're going to see those in these next couple games coming up for sure.
Penalties better tonight for Whiteland overall. In terms of turnovers, Whiteland had one on their first drive, but since then have been able to hang on to the football.
Oh.
And a nice run here. This is Jawan Dale, I believe, with the carry.
Yeah, Quinn Warwick among others in there in the tackle, but Jawan Dale, nice job seeing the field there. That probably would have been McDonald's play if he's in the game right now, but nice job there in that situation, and the fans for Perry get a little excited on that one.
1st and 10 for the Falcons into Whiteland territory. Ball sits at the 47. Dale coming left side.
Nice.
Great job running the football there by Dale, and this may be something that Perry can hang on to in terms of a little bit of success in this game that they can use the rest of the season.
Well, just think about it. You can get Dale and you can get McDonald out there together somehow. The opportunities you'd have with that athleticism there in those skill positions.
Second and 3 now for Perry. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Again, we've got a running clock, so it will go quickly. Dale from the gun. Right up the middle. Keeps his balance. And a short gain on the play. Going to bring up third down. .15 seconds to go in the quarter.
Dawson Hadley in there in the tackle for Whiteland.
And Perry going to have to hurry to get it off before the quarter ends.
They get it.
They will. Dale up the middle, has some room, tripped up, got the first down, but I think he thought, and I thought for just a second, that he might have a long gainer on the play.
Yeah, Welling gets him tripped up there. You're right, it could have been a big play if he did it otherwise. But just like that, we're going to the fourth quarter.
So the third quarter with this running clock went very quickly. Whiteland leads at 42-0, and we've got 12 minutes remaining. We'll take a break, come back with the fourth quarter. This is Whiteland Warrior football on the Warrior Beat Sports Network. Back live from Whiteland. The Warriors lead at 42-0. And a very quick third quarter with the running clock. The Whiteland Warriors started with a long extended drive that ended with an Emberton touchdown. And now credit Perry Meridian. They've come back with a nice drive of their own. Jawan Dale has moved into the quarterback position. Chris, I think you nailed it right on the head. I think this was the package we saw Reggie McDonald in at quarterback early on. I think this was intended to be part of their game plan, and they've executed it well.
They have executed it well, and again, I think you get those two guys out there together. It'd be a pretty good tandem there. But, yeah, McDonald, I think, was supposed to be the key guy. You just hope he's okay going into next week for them.
Dale again at quarterback, 1st and 10 for Perry. Fake to Warren. Dale stays on his feet and picks up a yard. And that break between the third and fourth quarters may have given the Whiteland coaching staff a chance to talk with this defense about what they need to do to stop this package. It's kind of a mixture of first-teamers and second-teamers.
Yeah, Plummer in that tackle, but also Ryan Piles in that tackle for Whiteland in that situation there. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Dale remains in the game. And this is interesting. Aiden Warren is shouting out the instructions, the running back. Dale up the middle. Fumble. Whiteland says they have it. And they do.
You got to feel bad for Perry because that's their by far most successful drive of the night as a whole. And you wanted to see them kind of have something positive come out of that on their behalf because of the execution and unfortunately, turnover, and Whiteland's going to get it.
I'm just reminded there, Dale Hasn't played many offensive snaps tonight. I'm not sure how many he has on the season. You just get the appearance there that maybe he hasn't practiced in that package a whole lot because of it being Reggie McDonald. You saw Aiden Warren was having to shout out some of the instructions, and then unfortunately Dale with the fumble. Whiteland a bobble, but they hang on to it. And a gain of 3 for the Warriors.
Yeah, Grayson Milam was able to pull that ball in, like you said, a little bobble there, but turn that corner there and able to get 3 yards, make it 2nd and 7 here. Great to see that you get second teamers and some third teamers in there, third stringers, whatever you want to use terminology-wise, but give them opportunities to get in here in this situation on homecoming tonight. And again, you never know. You're one play away from rotations. Gets a new offensive lineman in there as well.
2nd and 6 now for Whiteland. Ball up the middle, and going to be a first down for Whiteland. I believe that was Canyon Valentine.
It was Canyon Valentine, and Chase is pretty quick, but he may be faster.
He does have some quickness, certainly. 9:30 to play now, 4th quarter. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball sits at their own 43. Whiteland on the road next week at Martinsville.
Martinsville will have that broadcast.
Perry will return home next week to face Greenwood. Far side, Whiteland. And the ball carrier is taken down. Good D that time by Perry Meridian.
Yeah, Perry's able to string that out, and Milam just couldn't find anything to try to get through the line of scrimmage and get a few extra yards. Did get 2. I didn't think he even got that, to be honest with you.
2nd and 8 for Whiteland. Oliver and Canyon Valentine in the backfield. Handoff Valentine off the right side, driving forward.
Nice run.
And a first down for Whiteland.
It shows you when you get those kind of runs, as many Warriors are there at the second level, that how well that offensive line's blocking. In this case, they're all second stringers that are up there, so it shows you how deep this offensive line is as a whole for the entire team.
One thing I'll say, Whiteland has a plethora of large offensive linemen. 2nd team, 3rd team, 1st team.
They do.
A lot of large guys up front.
And they're very agile. They're not guys that just stay in one spot. They get down the field and block.
Coming near side, Valentine trying to break the tackle. Can't break free. McClure runs in and helps finish off the play. Good D that time by the Falcons.
Yeah, they sniffed that one out. That's going to happen here. 2nd and 15. I'm going to take a wild guess here, and this is going to be a running play, and you're not going to see any passing the rest of this game.
7:30 remaining on the clock. It is a running clock now.
Also really impressed with the quality of, talking about guys that are in our broadcast here, but James Wolner and how well he does with the camera, and it's great.
Near side, Canyon Valentine brought down from behind. Harwell the tackle. Going to bring up 3rd and 12.
Not exactly the most efficient way for me to explain that, but just the angle, it's not so far out, it looks good. And that's not from a touchdown, that's the train that's like 50 yards off the side of the field. I feel like I'm watching Friday Night Lights or something.
Third and 12 for Whiteland. Emberton up the middle. He has some room.
Yeah.
Going to be brought down at around the 36-yard line. Going to bring up 4th and 3.
Emberton being the sophomore, Canyon Valentine being the junior. Guys are looking forward to next year and their opportunities. Still lots of time this year, but those two guys are going to be instrumental in relief this year and potentially more, and for sure next year.
4th and short here for Whiteland. Quarterback keeper for Ashley.
I don't think he got it. He did it barely.
Perry's offense coming onto the field, and it looks like it will be a turnover on downs. So credit the Perry Meridian defense for the stop there. 5:30 to go in the game. Whiteland leading 42-0. And Perry Meridian will get it back. Here's another look. Nice job by the interior of that Falcon defense. Rollman back in at quarterback. Warren with the carry. And not much on the play.
Yeah, trying to identify number 63 there for Whiteland. Kale Wisely in there in the tackle.
Whiteland continues to transition more and more new players onto the field here. A lot of guys getting opportunities here in the second half. 2nd and 9 for Perry.
Oh.
Rollman and Warren run into each other.
I'm telling you, I really do think a lot of they've had issues tonight just executing the plays correctly. I don't know if they're new plays or guys in new spots, and so it's just comfort. Again, that chemistry factor or what it is. But before the game, they were out there actually running some of these plays just to get some additional reps.
Well, and on that one, Rollman had pressure immediately from the interior of the Whiteland defensive line.
This is true.
Juwan Dale back out there at quarterback here for Perry. Snap was behind him. He comes up with it. Tries to get around a defender. He spins off the tackle, but they will say his forward progress is stopped.
Yeah, 85 Colton Marlin recognized that and did a nice job of containing his area and being able to get up there and make the finish tackle.
4th and long, and we do have a Perry Meridian player down on the play. Believe he was able to get back up and walk off the field.
It's good to see.
And he is back on his feet, thankfully. Hopefully he is all right. That is David Schimpf, who's played some offensive and defensive line. He is being helped over to the sideline now, and Perry will have it 4th and long. Aiden Warren will punt it away. Warren on to punt. And the snap coming to the near sideline. Harwell, who was not in on the play, was on the sideline, tried to catch it here on the near side. Whiteland will take over at Perry's 40-yard line.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Fisher does here. I'm going to guess it's going to be run up the gut, run up to the left, run to the right, and nothing fancy here at all. I do think one area, I can see the offense eventually working for Perry and Coach Cooper here, but one area I think they're going to have to address is the punting game and trying to just work on that all around in all facets of the punting game, to be honest with you. Whiteland's had too many opportunities at midfield tonight.
Here's Canyon Valentine for the Warriors.
Nice job. Nice job.
Driving forward and going to have a first down here for Whiteland.
Yeah, one of those guys in the offensive line, Nick Gary, the sophomore, 6'3", 220 pounds, and did a great job there, just continually working to push those guys up front, and Valentine using those legs. 2 minutes left.
Kevin Denham has checked into the game at quarterback here for Whiteland, the sophomore. 3rd quarterback we've seen from the Warriors. Canyon Valentine once again tried to spin off the tackle as he was met near the line of scrimmage, and a gain of 1 or 2 on the play there for Whiteland.
Yeah, number 68, Caleb Hall, was able to pancake one of the Perry guys trying to seal that situation there, but Valentine just a little late coming off that to the left side from the center and the left guard.
2nd and 7 here for Whiteland. Minute 20 to play in the game. It's been a very fast second half with a running clock. Kenyon Valentine has room, breaks a tackle down near the goal line, and they'll say he's down just short of the goal line, but a nice run on the play for the Whiteland Warriors.
One play and be done with it. Do you down it? Or you give your guys or your second and third stringers an opportunity to have some...
Here's another look. Kenyon Valentine had some room. Credit those Perry players for continuing to work, and they were able to get him down. Here's Valentine again, and he scampers into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, nice little toss there to him on the right side, and he just finds that gap and explodes through it. If touched, barreling for the touchdown.
20 seconds to go. I don't think Whiteland will have time to even get this extra point off. The clock ticking down, under 10 seconds to go. And the running clock made quick work of the second half. And Whiteland, with the win tonight, 48-0 is our final. The Warriors move to 4-1 on the season. Perry Meridian falls to 0-5 on the year. We'll take a break, come back with our post-game show. This is Whiteland Warrior football on the Warrior Beat Sports Network.